I'd like to show you how I set the hoops on Japanese chisels. Today I'm going to be using this fine chisel from Ouchi, and the first thing we're going to do with this is to take the trade label off. Now you can keep the label if you wish, but whatever you do, take it off the handle. So the next thing to do is to actually remove the hoop. Now sometimes these can be just pulled off by hand, and other times they need a little bit more persuasion, but you can just easily do that and just knock that off with a hammer. Now the hoops themselves are tapered, so they'll fit one way but not the other way. And so taking the hoop, check the inside of the hoop here, of the tapered side, and just make sure that there's no sharp edges on that. With good quality chisels like this, they come already rounded over, but some of the cheaper chisels just need to be filed so that you take off the burr, because you don't want that piece digging into the handle as it goes down. So just round that off. So the next thing to do is we're looking here to reduce the size of this handle. Now you can actually file it or carve it away, but it's much better to compress the wood and then to put it in water again for it to expand, and that way around you get a much better feel on the hoop, seat on the hoop. So here, take the rounded side of your hammer, and then just here, below the line that it's already showing there, just start to tap. Now don't worry if there's any errant cuts in here, because when you do the soaking in the water of the end, then any hammer blows which have come further down the handle, they'll just be blown out again. Very similar to the method of using an iron and a wet rag to get dents out of furniture. So then we can check it here, and what we're looking for is we're looking to get this to go just a 1/16 of an inch down past the end there. So it needs a little bit more persuasion. Okay. So there, yeah, not quite there. And it's just starting to go down below the surface there. Just one more go. And there you can see it's just beginning to go, probably down by a 1/16 of an inch. And so then what we need to do is to just take the chisel and tap. And so you can see there that the hoop is now set, and set evenly, about 1/8 of an inch down. So then what we can do is to take this and suspend it in some water. Now I like to use hot water so that well, for two reasons. One, it makes the process faster, because obviously the hot water is expanded more rapidly by the wood. And the other reason as well is that the heat generated from the water makes the hoop very hot. So when that comes out, then the heat of the hoop actually makes any residual water evaporate, and there's less chance of any rusting. So after about 5 minutes soaking, we're ready for the next stage. Give that a little dry. And then the next thing to do now is just to mushroom over the top to make sure that the hoop has no chance of coming off, and also to give it wood to hit with a hammer rather than metal. So you just slowly work round. And there you have it. All it needs now, when it's dried, is a little dip in oil, just to recover the wood and the finish. And that's all it takes to set the hoop of a Japanese chisel.